Good morning. Welcome to the early morning chat. Child, this is going to be as quick as I can make it done because I needs to get into work a little early because I need to go and pick up my baby this afternoon. And I need to get to work early because the whole fiasco from Monday and Tuesday, I took off mad late. I mean, like went in mad late. I made up most of the hours, but boy, man, I got plenty of work to do, but nobody wants to be at work late on a Friday, except for maybe me. Let some of that traffic down, and then I'll get there. But then after a certain hour, I'm going to be asked, "Oh, you gonna be okay? You need some help?" Nah, let me do this work. Let me make up these hours. At any rate, I hope you all had a restful night's sleep. I feel like I kind of did. Um, uh, Again, welcome to the morning chat. This is where I give you my morning ideas, my morning thoughts on a broad number of topics. So let's get into it. Morning announcements. Woo! I might have to come on early again tomorrow just so that I get in and make up some of my hours at work. So look for it to be probably a 7 o'clock, 6:30, 7 o'clock type of situation like this morning. Child. um, and I didn't do a morning chat yesterday. I didn't do a morning announcement. Forgetting the car, you need to get up early and do this early for the people. Okay, so moving on. Yesterday, your auntie was outside playing kickball, child, playing kickball. Yeah, trying to be a little active, but child, I'm not in my 40s. This 50s is saying hello. And it's so funny that I'll find reels and stuff talking about, oh, 30 problems. Girl, what you think you're gonna do when you hit 50? If your body aching at 30, honey, what you gonna do at 50? What you gonna do at 50? Okay? So I just wanted to say that I was definitely outside playing. It's a miracle that I am up this morning. Okay? It is a miracle I am up this morning. Mm. I put on my glasses because I want to look up a little something before I get started. But in the meantime, let's move on until we get to the main topic. I've been seeing the whole thing about this Sesame Place dissing the black babies. Yeah, yeah, not wanting to hold their hand, not trying to show love, and they just really are trying to give Sesame Street a bad name. These are Sesame Street characters, but I guess there's a place in Pennsylvania near Philadelphia where they have like a Sesame Place theme park. There you go. I couldn't think of the words. Um, Theme park, and they were having their equivalent to the Disney World parade, and the little whoever the new characters are not wanting to show love to the little black girls that came there to the and black boys and black girls, you know what I'm saying, or their parents. I mean, like, it was blatant. It wasn't like, oh, I missed the, oh, I'm sorry, I can't, I want to hug you, but I got to move on with the parade. It was literally, it was so funny. And I'm sorry I don't have a cup the way And that chick Angel did it on Here's the Thing. But they literally, it's like, it's like, hey baby, Now, I want to kind of fend for my girl. It was a purple beast that I don't know what that is. With some Muppet puppet thing, and he was doing like this. Oh. He was like doing like and he literally toppled the little girl over. Doing that, it's kind of like he was like, I'm coming to you. I'm coming to you. But I want to put a little defense in it because when I saw the video, he reached out like, oh, I didn't mean to knock you down. So I think that purple one was like, that was accident. He was like and then he just kind of knocked over the little girl, and it looked like he bent down to like pick her back up. But the rest of them was blatant. It was like, oh no, no, oh we don't, literally. Um, Word on the street is, Sesame Street is like, oh, we don't even fool with them anyway. I don't even know. I don't know nothing about Sesame Place. We Sesame Street up in these joints. Okay. They are culturally appropriating Sesame Street. And Sesame Place, oh, it wasn't that. They just don't see him. But how do you count for this? Oh, literally, it's a clear discrimination that's going on. Whoever's in those puppets need to be fired. They need to be fired. And if they're not fired, I wish another black person would go to that Sesame Place. We need to form like the LGBTQIA community and shut that place down. You understand me? Not give them $1, not give them a cent. Stop. Time out for shaming them on Instagram and all that. And that works. Now don't stop doing that. But also, do not patronize that place. Not only black people, okay, white people too. If you really say that you're not racist and you don't, that you feel like we should be treated right, you should be appalled at this treatment of what they did to the kids. I mean, fuck, you don't have to like me, but these kids worship. No, I mean, they don't worship, but they really like these characters. Like one little black boy had on the very puppet, whatever Muppet or Sesame Street character was on his little cape that he had on, only to get dissed by that character. You understand me? Sesame Street should totally shut down Sesame Place or something. Something should be done. But that's not my main topic. So that I see a lot of that going on. I was gonna say a little bit about Carisha, Carisha Bai, or whatever her podcast is or YouTube show is on Revolt or whatever. I'm not dissing her, but I was watching that with where she had I forgot that rapper's name, to be honest with you. Quite controversial. And I want to say Gaines, but I know it's not that. Gates. That's his name. That's his last name. Or that's his something Gates. It ain't Bill Gates. But Carisha, one of the city girls, whatever. City girls. Okay, I'm saying it the way in my DMV accent. Okay, I'm not from Miami. No diss to you. I kind of like that. There was heavy flirtation on that one. Kevin Gates. I knew it was coming back to me. I'm a whole black auntie out here. I be forgetting names. That baby boy, that rapper dude that be having a feather in his head and be saying it's really controversial. Yeah, that baby. But yeah, so I listened to that interview yesterday, and there was some heavy flirtation. I wonder if they hooked up later. You know, them Aquarians. No, because I was watching a TikTok. It says Aquarius flirts with everybody. That's because they're friendly, but when they really like you, they don't know how to really. They don't know how to be. You know what I'm saying? When they really like you, and that's true. That's true. I've dated a few Aquarians in my life. Dated, had sex with whichever the one. Sorry, start y'all morning like this. Um, but yeah, those guys, I've dated. Now I can't say in high school I did date one, and he was really awkward around me when he liked me. I mean, before we started dating, he was just awkward, and that's how you kind of know when an Aquarius likes you. They're not together. Okay, they don't know how to say that they like you, but if you just a friend, a regular person, oh, they'll flirt with you, and it'll be very flirty. And him and Kevin Gates and Carisha were flirting big time, which means they're just cool people. Both of them are Aquarius, by the way. Pling. Now, main topic, girl. Y'all hear Monique that got a Netflix deal. She's gonna do a Netflix special. And kudos to you, Auntie. Kudos to you. I call her Auntie like she might be about 5 years older than me at the best. But kudos to you, girl. You stood your ground. And a lot of people didn't understand it. That's why I should have known in the beginning, because I'm not going to sit up here and say that I have been one of Monique's babies, sweet babies. Okay? I love the Parkers. She was really good and precious. Like, I hated her at the end of the movie, which means she did a very good job. Um Monique stood her ground though. And I think I came around when I want to say maybe a couple of years ago, before the shutdown. So that would be 3 years ago. Hey, it's been that long, y'all. 2019, when boy Steve Harvey, my fellow Capricorn, I love him dearly. And he was talking about, everybody was talking about, you should have came to us. We'd have showed you how to play the game. And as he's like, it's not, he was telling Monique, girl, what you're doing is just like, this is not a good move for you to be doing. Okay. You coming up against Queen Oprah and our priest Tyler Perry, the priest of the film, the Black Church film guru, or whatever you want to call it, against Tyler and Queen Oprah. That's the way some of y'all see her. Okay. And you calling them now? You call them, you know what I'm saying? You calling them, you saying some real nasty things about people that the black people and above black people, a lot of people like. Okay. After putting you an unknown actor, we can call her unknown, because at the time prior to Precious, she was just known for her Parker, when she was on the Parkers, and her comedy. And it was, I was watching something, on YouTube, side note, where this brother said, oh, about the Netflix deal and her getting her settlement, right? About her getting her settlement, saying that what did he say? He said that her getting the settlement is kind of, he was saying something to the factor of that Monique is not even known for her stand up. I said, how old are you, baby? I knew he wasn't a Gen X like myself. Okay? Because if you were, you would have known that the first thing she did was stand up. She is a stand up comedian all day. The one that wasn't a stand up comedian was the white girl, um, whatever that corny white girl is. She's a comedic actress, but she ain't no stand up comedian. And when she was on Netflix, I didn't even really watch her. Amy Schumer. I'm not saying she's not. She's just. She seems she's like a silly comedian to me. You know, I've seen her movies. I think I've seen her movies. Amy Schumer's movies. Maybe I didn't pay for it. Okay, but and not, nothing against her, but she's not as half as funny as Monique is. Okay, and even though I am not a fan of Monique's comedic style because she's a roaster. And I don't really, that just triggers my younger being Joan Dawn as a kid, you know what I'm saying, situation. Being teased as a kid, it just triggers that. And I just, because like, I don't like really D.L. Hughley's. That's why I felt no ways about D.L. Hughley. You know what I'm saying? Because he's a roaster. That's a comedy style. And I mean, like, DL is funny, but he's a roaster. That's the comedic style. Don't sit in the front row of Monique show or DL Hughley show, because, baby, they going to roast you. Okay? You better look regular. And even if you just look regular, everything's together, it's like, look at this together looking mother. You know what I'm saying? So if you don't want to be called out, you don't want to sit nowhere where they can see you. Okay? But, and I do think, and I will say, I wasn't always on the boat with Monique. In the beginning, I was thinking that she's real messy. Okay? She is. She's messy. But what I am so proud of is that she stood her ground, regardless of what people were saying about her. And let's give a hand for her supportive husband. A lot of people, it's her husband. You don't like him because he supports her. You want him to check her. But why would he check his wife? If anybody should be supporting and be a yes man, what should be her husband, especially in public? That's right, baby. So and so who? That's what he's supposed to do. Okay, so stop getting mad because she got a supportive husband. Okay, is he a yes man? He's a bit of a yes man. He's kind of corny to me because I don't really know him outside of her. Okay, but he's what she needs. But I am proud that she stood her ground, regardless of what any of us thought about her. And not only did she win, did they settle out of court, but she got the Netflix deal. And people are saying, like, people who doubted her and still don't really like how she did what she did, okay, don't want to give it up and say, oh, she got the same amount of money. I was watching Comedy Hype, Thank y'all. Thank y'all. I love watching Comedy Hype. Y'all want to watch that on YouTube. And I think they have their own streaming app. So go there too. Because they keep me up on the comedy news, child. Okay. But Pierre was saying, I heard that she got the same amount that they originally offered her. Ninja, let me tell you. Okay. I need to know the details. You don't need to know nothing. It's none of your business. But let me break it down from a legal standpoint of view. Okay. I am not an attorney, so I want to make that very much straight. But, but, okay, I am a paralegal by trade. I graduated from PG Community College, PG County Stand Up, okay, whatever. But I got my paralegal associate's degree and certification, and I have been working in the legal business for a long time. I was working in the legal industry since before computers was in the office. Okay, when you had to go to the computer lab, when the only ones who had a computer was the partners. Well, no, I've been working in legal since before internet was on every computer. Only the partners had, you know, big booty computer monitors. Okay, DOS. Okay, Gen Xers, you know what I'm talking about as DOS. Enough said. Okay, but at any rate, they cannot discuss. There's an NDA that was signed to not discuss the results of the settlement, aka she got all her money and more. Mm. Okay, if you know Monique and how she stood her ground this whole damn time when it came to her bag and what she felt like her worth was, a lot of y'all was like, oh, she felt her worth was way more than $500,000. Now, just Auntie note, Auntie note, just because you value somebody at a certain price doesn't mean that they believe their value is that. Your value isn't determined on on other people. It's what you say it is. Okay? Now if you fold that $500,000, then you're saying, I agree with you, my worth is that. Now for me, I'll take it. And I'll sit up there and try my best to be the most that do that special. It would be according to AKARA special. And I'd bring on acts and stuff like that to give you your $500,000 worth of whatever. That's my price today. But once I make a good special and you make some money off of me, today's price is not going to be tomorrow's price. Hello? So get that. Understand that much, y'all. Okay? So the NDA, and I promise you, Monique did not request that Netflix sign an NDA and they can't talk about it. Trust me, big money was given out. If y'all know the Tony Braxton story, and I only give that up to I happen to fall into the rabbit hole of YouTube and end up watching the Unbreak My Heart Lifetime movie of Tony Braxton. Okay. When she won or when she settled with her record company, LaFace, she had to sign a 10-year NDA because she won all of her money and some. And you know why they had her sign that? Because they didn't want the rest of their artists using this case to come for them. So trust me, Monique got all her money. Yeah. Okay. And if she's doing this Netflix, trust me, she's getting the money she wants. Her character, right at this point, y'all seeing all the antics, but trust me, it was never about the money. Okay. Y'all like, oh, they already offered her $500,000, and y'all, everybody, the whole world was saying, oh, that's what she's worth. Clearly, she's not worth that. She's worth all of what she thinks she is, or at least more than that 500,000. The 500,000 to Monique, and I said this before when she won, when they settled. Okay, for Monique, and when the whole DL Hughley situation, it wasn't about the money. Everybody keeps going back to the money. For Monique, it was never about their money. Even with Netflix, it wasn't about the money. Well, so when she said that they ain't paying her, it was because they lowballed her. To her, it was a like, it's like, okay. Because I work in the legal field, me having 25 years of legal experience, and someone started me at 36,000 a year with 20 years of legal experience, legal secretary, legal paralegal. I mean, legal paralegal, working as a paralegal, working as a legal secretary, legal administrative assistant, being offered $36,000 is a fucking joke. Okay. And I'm going to tell you for a fact that happened to me. Okay. But I took it because it wasn't about the money for me. It was about the steady check. Okay. I'm not, okay. Monique didn't take it because that was a low ball. I mean, at the same time, also, it's what I got was a low ball for an international law firm. They could have afforded to pay me more money than that. Okay. And I could have said, like, no, I won't take that. I shouldn't have taken the tip assignment at all. But my reasoning was not about the amount of money, but about getting a steady check. That's what that was about. So for Monique, it wasn't about the money. Is they lowballed her like, do you know who I am? That's like them giving Beyonce $500,000 for the Coachella performance she put on. Promise you, Beyonce did not. But that's Beyonce. She's very relevant and she got a whole following and blah 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 blah. I get that. But Monique felt like she should at least got what her male black counterparts were getting. She was a queen of comedy. She is an Oscar winning actress. Okay. Dave Chappelle, what Oscar did he win? He went all the way. He left the bag. All y'all said he was crazy too. Okay. Went to Africa, left a bag on the table of comedy, Comedy Central, left his show. Why? Because it was not about the money, but the principle of the thing. They was trying to control him with that money. And the same thing with this, they were lowballing her like, dance for me, monkey. This is what we're gonna offer you. But we're gonna give this white girl who's not a stand-up comedian 1 point whatever $1 million or whatever she gave her, and you're gonna give an Oscar winning actress, a stand up queen of comedy, $500,000, and I'm supposed to be happy about that? You must not know who I am. And if you think that you holding out and everybody talking about, oh, I don't know why she didn't take that money, da da da, she's always a problem. Mm-hmm. And her being blackballed allegedly in Hollywood was gonna hold up. And she's gonna eventually just take that and come begging for you? No. And she got that on the heels of destroying D.L. Hughley. And that wasn't about the money either. It was about the respect. Give her respect. You signed a contract with me first to say that I was headlining. And it's still D.L. Hughley still have never denied that he caused a hissy fit when he found out that she was supposed to headline. And so that promoter came out and changed the contract and allowed him to close. It was about the principal thing. It was about respect. And she's always stood on that. So that's what I congratulate her on. Not necessarily Netflix. You know what I'm saying? But trust, she got her money. And she got her money. And if she didn't get the full, I promise you she got the back end deal. And if she didn't do that, then maybe y'all are right. But y'all was wrong about her before. Because I remember Fraction. She's a comedian she was on Comedy High. She recently stepped down from one of the panelists. But she said, well, usually once you sue a company, you can never work with them again. Monique has proven you wrong. But usually that is how it goes. If you bring a case against the company you're working for, you can't work with them again. Especially if you settle or you win, you can't work for them no more. Okay? So that tells me they settled and Netflix still offered her a deal to do a special. Now what that does tell me, but for Netflix, if they gave her money, which I believe they did, they stand to make a lot of money. A lot. Okay? Their money men has said, girl, y'all give her money because she'll be worth it. So that's all I have for y'all. Trust me. And the Lee Daniels thing, oh yeah, he stands to make a lot of money. Just like he did with her on Precious. Trust me. Anyway, that's all I got for y'all. Remember, love yourself, love your neighbors, and stay authentic. See, I was planning on being out of here before now, but I'm not. But anyway, y'all have a good one. Bye.